You have to realize that some of these people who love bomb you at the beginning of courting often feel very good in the moment exactly because they don't have any intent for a real commitment. Today, I'm revealing the hidden psychology behind love bombing and why the most intense beginnings often lead nowhere. If you're tired of riding the emotional roller coaster from "you are the one" to "let's take it slow," this video will change everything you thought you knew about dating. Stay tuned to discover how to spot the difference between genuine interest and temporary intensity and learn exactly what creates real lasting commitment from quality man. First, let's see what's the hidden psychology behind love bombing. Why do some men do this? Fear of intimacy is one of the biggest reasons men love bomb you. Although they seem very interested, they are actually afraid of getting too close to you. So instead of allowing genuine connection to occur, they often create an illusion of closeness by excessive compliments and attention, future faking, or making grand plans that will never happen. Excessive constant communication, like when he texts you all day and you just met him. You know, we all do. It's counterintuitive, but this intensity actually prevents real intimacy because they're performing rather than being authentic. They are actually masking real feelings by these performative actions. The connection is based on fantasy, not reality. Come on. You don't know this person. They're afraid of being truly seen and known, so they just put on the act. I had a client whose partner sent flowers every day for 2 weeks but couldn't handle a simple conversation about her feelings when she wanted to express her concerns and boundaries. She felt so disconnected and didn't want to continue while feeling guilty that she's giving up on something potentially good. It turned out not to be so good as soon as she expressed her boundaries. He felt so hurt and lashed out in a pretty unsavory way. I will tell you later how genuine quality men differ so you can know how to recognize them. But for now, let's talk about the second hidden reason men love bomb you. It's all about control and power dynamic. The second hidden reason some men love bomb is that they love to feel in control and have the power dynamic in their favor in relationships. Here is what they do. The love bomber creates dependency through making you feel chosen and special, creating a sense of obligation, establishing himself as your savior. So, what happens to you when you encounter some of these creatures? This leads you to feel indebted to them, struggling to set your boundaries and questioning your own judgment. Like this client I talked about, she felt guilty for setting boundaries, but later she realized how asserting yourself early allows you to reveal what your love bug is about very early. Let's not confuse their grandiose displays with genuine connection and care. What's the next hidden reason men do this? There are some unconscious patterns that cause men to love bomb you. They may not be aware of it. Many love bombers learn their behaviors from childhood experiences, past relationships, or media representations of romance. They often mistake drama for passion, confuse intensity with intimacy, repeat cycles they saw in their families. Think about romantic movies. They often portray grand gestures as the ultimate expression of love. But real life is different. Real genuine love is built in various situations, including discussing difficult feelings or enjoying quiet moments together. For me, it's about feeling seen and accepted on an ordinary Sunday morning when your hair is messy and you wear a funky pair of fuzzy slippers, when he makes you coffee just the way you like and gets you your favorite croissants. What about you? What feels like love for you? By the end of this video, I will talk exactly what you need to do to avoid love bombers and meet genuine quality men. But first, let's continue with the reasons men love bomb us. Emotional immaturity is one of the reasons men love bomb women. What do we see? He's unable to handle normal relationship progression. He withdraws when things start getting serious. He needs constant excitement, and a healthy relationship involves more than that. There are arguments, negotiations, dealing with difficult emotions, daily life grind, and so much more. In a healthy relationship, partners are a source of comfort and reassurance, but also excitement. But people who only like excitement can't handle everything that relationships bring. These people usually avoid real emotional work. What we usually see is this kind of man winds up creating artificial highs, he avoids deep conversations, you always feel there is something elusive about him. He's running from conflict and makes you feel guilty for ruining the amazingness he created. I remember working with a woman whose partner would plan elaborate dates but disappear when she needed emotional support during tough times. If she said anything, he would guilt her by saying he tries so hard and nothing is ever enough. It was hard to address the real issues with him. What else do we see? What else causes men to love bomb? Men with avoidant attachment style tend to show up with love bombing tendencies when dating. I've seen a lot of men with initial intense pursuit and with sudden withdrawal when things get real. This can be the sign of fear of commitment disguised as passion. So there is a progression that we see in these kinds of relationships. First, we have a chase phase when things are exciting and intense. Then he panics when real connection forms, after which he retreats and finds reasons to create distance. You're left with torturing yourself thinking something is wrong with you. I've seen women experiencing this from a relationship to a relationship until they become determined to heal and change these patterns. This is exactly what happened with my client Sarah. After 3 months of intense romance, he started finding excuses to create distance as soon as she began to rely on him emotionally. Now, are you ready to hear what I recommend? How to protect yourself from these love bombers. After all, you don't want to wind up wasting a few months of your life just to wind up with a heartbreak. It's going to be even harder to go back into the dating scene and be open to quality men who want to give you genuine love. What can you do to avoid this? Here is what you need to do to avoid being a victim of love bombing if you want a genuine, healthy relationship. Here are 3 key strategies. First, pace the relationship. Stay in the discernment phase. Don't fall in love just because you have a good connection. Allow natural progression. Slow down the attachment and don't rush into emotional commitment. Watch for consistent behavior over time. In the Secure Love Creator program, I teach my clients 5 phases of courting. They know exactly what to expect and how to communicate based on each phase. But the key is to slow it down. Let him show you what he's made of for a little longer when novelty excitement wears off. Stay grounded in reality. The chances are you are in a good space in life. Don't abandon that for him. Keep your regular routines. Don't abandon your self-care routine to accommodate his intense plans. Maintain other relationships. Don't abandon your friends and family. Rely on what you see him do, not what you hear him say. Remember, relationships take more than just fun, exciting words and activities. Listen to your gut. Notice any discomfort. Don't dismiss it due to feeling guilty. Pay attention to red flags. Take your time to figure out if they're real concerns or if they're there because you're freaking out. Don't rationalize concerning behavior. Think about what you would tell your sister or a good friend about it. Be your own best friend. All these red flags can be great information. You can use this information to create boundaries and express your needs. How he reacts to it will tell you a lot. Men reveal their true nature once you set boundaries. Here is something most people don't realize. Love bombing often says more about the bomber's relationship with themselves than their feelings for you. They're often trying to fill their own emotional void through the excitement of new romance. When things get serious, they lose steam. What's the most intense love bombing experience you've had? Share your story below. Your experience might help another woman recognize these patterns sooner. And if you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe for more insight on creating healthy, lasting love. Now, there is one more important way to avoid being deceived by love bombers. It's knowing how good progression of relationships work and how quality secure men behave. How do you distinguish them from love bombers? Let me tell you why quality men never need to love bomb. It's simple. Secure, high-value men understand 3 crucial things. Real connection takes time. They know you can't rush authentic emotional intimacy. While a love bomber sends roses to your office after one date, a quality man remembers your coffee order and shows up consistently. They listen and want to know you, not just display what they think is the most appealing. They're confident in their value. They don't need to lock you down quickly or overwhelm you with attention. They're comfortable letting the relationship develop naturally because they trust their worth. These kinds of men are genuine and they will wait for you to make up your mind if they really like you. They value authenticity over fantasy. Instead of creating an artificial romance with grand gestures and fantasizing about the future, they want to know the real you. They ask meaningful questions and share authentically about themselves. Very often, even if they have something to show off, like wealth, education level, they don't flaunt it. Think about it. Would a successful man rush into a business decision? No. The same applies to relationships. Quality men are building a foundation, not a fantasy. This is why it's so important to recognize the difference between intense pursuit and genuine interest. One leads to confusion and heartbreak, while the other creates the foundation for lasting love. Let me share with you 3 crucial ways to spot love bombing before it breaks your heart. First, the speed test. If he's talking about forever within the first few dates, rushing to commitment, or making grand future plans right away, pause. Quality men know real connection takes time. Remember, if he's rushing to lock you down, he's likely to rush to leave too. The consistency check. Notice the gap between his words and actions. Love bombers make big promises, but showing consistent follow through. Well, they'll send extravagant gifts. They'll disappear when you need real emotional support. A telling sign, they're all about grand gestures but get uncomfortable with simple everyday moments. The boundary watch. Pay attention to how he responds when you set a boundary or say not yet. Love bombers often react with guilt trips, increased pressure, claims that you are ruining the romance. Quality men, on the other hand, respect your pace and boundaries. Here is the truth. Real love grows steadily. It doesn't explode like fireworks, then fizzle out. Now, let me share the exact strategy to maintain your power in dating. This isn't about playing games. It's about protecting your heart while staying open to real love. The power triangle strategy has 3 elements. Pace control. Slow it down. This means don't clear your calendar for someone you just met. Maintain your regular activities and friendships. Let him work for your time and attention. Your busy, fulfilled life is attractive and protective. The second aspect is emotional bank account. Be protective of your heart. Make sure he deserves your emotional investment. Only if he's consistent with his efforts, he's worthy of your heart. Focus on what he does, not what he says. Don't make excuses for hot and cold behavior. Think of it like this. Would you put all your money in a new bank without checking its credibility? The third aspect is the high value position. Remember that you deserve at least as much as you're willing to put into a relationship. How do we position ourselves as a high value woman? Express your needs clearly without apologizing. Be willing to walk away from less than you deserve. Keep dating others until there is a mutual commitment. Key point, when you are clear about your worth, he'll either step up or step out. Here is the powerful part. When you follow this strategy, something magical happens. Quality men become more attracted, while love bombers typically disappear before they can hurt you. Remember, true power in dating isn't about control. It's about being so secure in your worth that you naturally attract those who value you. Are you ready for real love with a quality man? You should sign up for my completely free masterclass, Meet the One, where I reveal how my clients position themselves as high-value women and meet relationship-ready quality men who put in the consistent effort. Sign up below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Let's make this world more secure.